All right, we're rolling. It's John Reed, Acumatica Summit 2014. Had the CEO of Acumatica in the chair. What better way to follow it than with the customer? I got Ehren here from AME. You were presenting this morning in front of a large audience. Tell us about your story with Acumatica and your company. What do you do, and how did Acumatica fit into the picture for you?
Sure. Well, AME Corporation is a contract manufacturer distributor of custom rubber and plastic components for a wide variety of industries. Everything from, we have stuff that's in the space station down to the ocean floor. So cool. We're very diversified. And with the client base that's that diversified, you need to have a platform that's very flexible and able to adapt to those different types of client requirements. So that was something that was big when I started looking for a CRM in ERP with CRM, was to have that type of flexibility.
Right.
So when we started searching, it was the beginning of the whole cloud thing in 2008, 2009 timeframe, and Acumatica was something that was fresh in the marketplace, that was different than its competitors. For example, having a choice of how to deploy it. That was a really big advantage for us.
Right.
Coming off of a legacy system and having that data still available without paying ongoing subscription fees, and Acumatica would allow us to do that. To having unlimited users and not feeling penalized for growing your business when you're slapped with another few $1,000 bill for adding a user to the database.
Yeah.
So those were among the really big things that really stood out. And with AME Corporation, a big part of how we do business is relationships.
Yeah.
And we value the relationships with vendors and clients and employees, and being able to build a relationship with Acumatica, unlike we were able to with any of the competitors,
right,
really meant a lot, to the culture of the company.
Give us an example of how Acumatica has either changed or supported your business execution.
Well, listen, the implementation was a bit rocky at times. I don't know if there was ever a perfect implementation on any
Sure.
ERP platform. So I tend not to judge a company by the mistakes they make, but how they recover from them.
Right.
So going through the implementation, there was a key thing that was not working with purchase orders and sales orders communicating with each other. Within days, the development team put a hot fix in place. And in less than a week, we had that up and running. That speaks volumes.
Yeah. You were telling me that you felt like you kind of took a chance in Acumatica. That's back in 2010.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of feeling like, maybe made the right call, huh? Based on what you're hearing now.
Yeah, absolutely. Back in 2010. In the end, it was there was an SAP product I was looking at in Acumatica, and the SAP had the name. But I really liked what Acumatica was offering. I can envision where they were going to take this thing.
Yeah. But you weren't sure.
I wasn't sure.
A little bit of a dice roll.
Hey, you know what? I'm the president owner of the company. The buck stops here. So when if I made a bad decision, I own it. So I was very careful to make the right decision. And there comes a time where you got to take that leap of faith, because they didn't have. People evaluating Acumatica now have such a greater depth of information and track record that they can make a better decision than I was even able to. So I absolutely, seeing what they're coming out with 5.0 right now and beyond, I've absolutely made the right decision.
Mm-hmm. So is there any capability in particular that you're looking either with 5.0 or in the future a little bit where you're like, this is really going to work for me?
The continued improvements with the UI is great to see. My users, they're the ones that are using this day in and day out. That's going to be a huge benefit to them. We're rolling out CRM functionality right now. Seeing what they're doing CRM is also going to greatly enhance our marketing and sales team. Working, with bringing Acumatica Access to the mobile front.
Right.
I just came out of a breakout session listening to what they're doing. I mean, my mind is blown. I'm already, the gears are turning, thinking of all the different ways that we can benefit from that technology.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you got a big week ahead learning more, and wish you luck with that. Thanks for sharing your story.
Great, thank you.
Appreciate it.